Welcome to Inside the Soundwave Internet TV show, live from the beaches of Indian, Florida, where all of your local musicians get to tell their music story, from the beginning to the present. And now, here's your host, Mr. Soundwave.
We're on tonight. Here we are, show number 34, Inside the Soundwave, here in Indian, Florida, on the beach. Yes, on the beach. 95 degrees? Not 95. No.
85.
Beautiful. 85 today.
Stop
now,
it.
tonight, we have the up-and-coming, which you will be hearing an awful lot about, band, Go Foot. Go Foot.
Foot.
Not Go Foot, Go Foot, Go Foot.
Go foot.
Go Foot.
There you go.
Great, guys. This is Patrick over here. Patrick.
How you doing?
Don.
Hello.
Oh, Don is a guitar player, right?
Right.
And you're
Guitar player.
And the drummer, Todd.
That's right.
All right. And we still have two other Go Feets over there. That'll be up on the second segment of the show. I'm just going to do two at a time, and Patrick will stay with me through it all because
He's the best looking one.
he's the spokesman for the band. John Lennon.
Oh.
John Lennon of the group.
You do have the glasses.
Yep. Thank you for watching the show tonight. Now we got a nice setup for you tonight. Now they're not going to be performing tonight, but they're going to be performing on June 18th, Tuesday, June 18th, 7 p.m. right here on the soundstage. 2-hour set. It's going to be great. You got to watch that.
Will be.
But you will see three of their songs that they played on the Rocktism we had here on the 27th of April. They played, I think it was around 7 o'clock, and they got the whole place, all the feet, everybody's foot was going.
It was fun. That was
Go
fun.
Foot.
Lots
Go
of go
Remember
footing
that
going
name,
on.
Go Foot. Okay,
Definitely.
because these guys, you got to hear them. And I guarantee you, wherever you go, I mean, wherever they're playing and you go, you will dance. Great group. All right, now,
God, I love you.
guys are great.
I love them
tell
too.
you,
Amazing.
I mean, we had fun that day, and everybody had a good time, and the music was good. But when these guys came up there, everybody's foot was going. Everybody was enjoying, and it's really cool when you're drifting a little bit because we've been going for 8 hours or 7 hours on the event, and all of a sudden everybody's attention came around again, and it was really
Wow.
nice.
That was nice.
Real nice.
Wow.
Felt good to us.
Yeah, it was great.
I like you. I really like you. I like this guy.
All right. By the way, they are recording upstairs too. This isn't all smoke I'm throwing at you because when you go hear them, you'll understand what I'm talking
You get
about.
it.
It's a fact.
Cool.
All right. Now Patrick's going to start take over here a little bit about yourself.
My name's Patrick.
You know,
Oh.
he doesn't need that. He's got.
Nah, I got one of these things on.
Yes, he does.
If you hold it, otherwise, no, he's got it off.
I'll
It's good.
touch it.
Probably Go Foot.
When did you get started?
It's got its own little history. It's got its own. I've known Todd and Don and Ralph and Jimmy. We've kind of known each other. We've played together as Go Foot now for about 2 years. A little more, I think.
Yeah, right on there.
Out there, guys?
Right around
Yeah.
there.
A little about 2 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but we practice twice a week. We practice twice a week for
Just write songs.
for whatever reason. We get together, and the whole idea was more or less to play music, just to play, and make it entertaining and make it fun. Because what else? There's no point if it's anything
You've
else.
been practicing for almost 3 years. You said. Close.
Two,
Two.
really.
So, is that pretty much practice? Just practice? Yeah.
Well,
I
no,
mean, gigging. What about gigging?
Kind of been putting off on it because gigging's a lot of work.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
You're
Couple
taking
of
your
special occasions.
Yeah.
we
You're
do.
taking your time, you're putting it together, and you're making it nice and tight, which is showing when you played on the event we had here. So it's,
We're ready.
yeah,
We're to the point now. We're our own audience, and we're bored. We're bored with each other. And it's like we'll have somebody come to practice, one person, and that's our audience. And it's like, let's get them.
Yeah. Oh, it is too.
It is.
that's good though.
So that makes it, we're really,
But when he came here, he had some people here. And
Oh, yeah.
It made it nice. That's what made it really good.
especially the women that were here were awesome. The women were awesome. They got it. The women got it. They really did. They did get
Well,
it.
we were in the control room and we got it.
But that's even better.
I
Because
mean,
like
we
for
were in there and it was like,
well,
wow.
when women start to move, it does something. It's
It
gets
affects the crowd. It's infectious.
totally.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we've been together for 2 years, really, and we've had one major member change, but that's okay. Well,
Oh, yes.
we did.
Yeah. No need for that, really. It's all
Can you
good.
turn the camera off for a minute? Turn it up. Okay. And
Oops.
Who will
so
tell you?
so so we've been doing this and we're having fun and
Yep.
we're writing songs and me and Todd are starting to write songs again as a duo. We used to and and we write.
Todd writing songs. The drummer.
Oh yeah.
No, that can't happen.
Oh yeah.
can't have
Are you
that.
kidding?
That can't happen.
It's actually amazing. I love it.
Well, to tell you the
That's
truth,
good.
everybody's instrumental in writing the songs.
Well, who's writing
Yeah.
the lyrics?
All right,
Or
finishing.
do
I'll do the finishing
Yeah,
touches.
yeah.
But let's say like Don will come up with a song title,
A really good song too that he did.
or he'll come up with a
I've got
phrase.
one.
And he's got. Oh, that's right. He's got the yeah.
I got the Stone song.
Well, no, but don't even. That song is
Yeah,
a.
but for as long as he's been playing, to have that song that he wrote and it's
that's
a
true.
quality tune, man. And, I mean,
Which I think your story is a story in itself.
I
This
know,
guy
I know.
is a story in itself.
That is something.
But his tune, yeah. And
I thought he was kidding me earlier, but I guess he's not kidding me.
No. But like everybody will come up with phrases. There, a couple times we'll be, stumped for words or stumped for something. And we'll sit around and we'll throw things out. So everything really is a group effort. I'm so retentive that like, of course, I'll finish it off and make sure everything's filed down and fine. But for the most part, it's a band. It is a band collaboration.
That's cool. Now, 2 years rehearsing, but what about before?
It depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, well, we took about a 13-year break from each other. Our band.
13 years.
We started out as the Creedles.
Yeah,
Then we were Little Joe and the Giants.
yeah.
Then we were Sons of the Beach.
No, actually, before Little Joe and the Giants, we were Little by Little.
Yeah, but that was like a
That
real
was painful.
Yeah, that was.
Then we became Little Joe and
Yeah.
the Giants.
Little Joe was this phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah, Knee
but he
had
was
nothing sharpened.
he was this
No, wait a minute. Little Joe and the Giants. When was that? In the late 90s or
yeah,
something?
late '90s.
Okay.
Mid to late 90s.
We put out a CD. We put our and
Because I remember the name.
we sold about close to 500 CDs
Yeah.
in the area.
It was on every jukebox on Cocoa Beach for a
we
while
put 'em
there,
on
for
there.
about 3 or 4 months. It was in
so
every
we had our little
jukebox.
hits and
Yeah,
we were fine.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
It was neat. It was fun
So,
at the time.
what was the first name again? The band?
the Creedles, the Crummy
Creed-
Beatles.
Creedles.
Yeah,
The Crummy Beatles.
yeah, the Crummy Beatles.
That's right.
Okay, and then you had Little Joe and the Giants, and then what after that?
Sons
Then it
of
was
the
Sons of the
Beach.
Beach.
So I've heard of that too.
Okay. Sons of the
That
Beach.
was because of staff changes again.
Oh, but we went through so many. We had
But-
a revolving door of musicians.
I think within the past year, I've heard the names that Son.
Sons of the Beach.
Yeah, and I thought the band was still playing.
No,
There
there
might
was
be another band out there.
no.
with
There
the
was a
same
thing with
name.
Howard Stern that he called something "Sons of the Beach." That's what I heard, and then it was like that was way after we were playing.
Yeah.
But the Sons of the Beach. You want to know where it came from? There's this little restaurant right down here on A1A
Yeah.
called Sun on the Beach,
Right.
and that's when we would
It's
drive
right-
back and
it's
forth
right
going
down
from.
the road,
Yeah.
too.
We'd go back and forth to Sebastian Beach, and it was
SBA,
called
yeah.
Sun on the Beach, and I thought, what a cool name for a band because you could call it SOB.
Yeah,
But anyway, that was.
Yeah.
Well, I guess somebody was just saying to me then the name of the band from back then.
But we
I
did
guess
pretty
that's
good
what it
then.
was.
yeah. Had a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
Made a lot of friends.
And that's 13 years ago.
yeah.
More than that, actually.
98 from 98 a little,
15
and then we
years.
right around the millennium change. We took some time off.
Did you play
Yeah.
in Cocoa Beach back
Yeah,
then?
oh yeah,
That's where I heard it.
yeah, all the time.
I was in Canaveral.
Jonathan was our band, was our bar.
Yeah, Jonathan's Pig and Whistle.
Oh, okay.
At the time, it was called Key West Taco. It's Hunker Down
Yeah.
now.
That's
We play
kind of weird that I
Coconuts.
probably saw you guys back then and I didn't.
Me and you got to talk because you worked over by Gatsby's.
Well, you are talking.
I worked with.
Well, you know,
I worked. Yeah, help manage.
the River Queen.
I was at the dockside.
Okay.
And then there was a Sports Emporium. and
We'll
then
talk.
there was-
We'll talk. I hate to. I know. I feel like Don's here. He's looking good.
What?
His story is pretty cool too, though. He's
I don't-
been.
Why is it so cool?
I think it's great. It's because like you keep on asking. It's like, oh, how long have you been playing, and what was your first guitar and everything, and like for Don, it's how long you been playing.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah,
2 years.
He told me that earlier, and I thought he was kidding.
Well,
with
that's
me.
fact.
That's incredible.
That's fact.
You never picked up a guitar before?
No, I don't have any musical bones in my body. It was sheer determination.
Totally.
Totally.
What made you do it?
It's kind of a long story he did. But the nice thing was, he said, just come over and kind of jam with the band a little bit. I knew some chords. Nobody yelled at me. If people were giving me crap, I would have never gone that avenue. I would have been done. So,
Amazing.
so now I have gotten into it, and I'm spending money on gear.
I see the gear.
Yes, nice gear.
So,
Tremendous gear.
I'm having fun.
Beautiful.
I told him I'll do it as long as it's fun. If it's not fun, if it starts not being fun, I'm done with it.
Honestly, when I saw you on Rocktism playing, I could have sworn you played for 25 years.
No.
Well, even
I
my,
mean,
even my engineering.
I can't. Only thing I can play is chords.
Yeah, but that's all.
That's all
I
anything.
mean,
Because he has an awesome drummer
how many
behind him.
guys?
There you go.
How many professionals and bands all they know is chords? They're rhythm players. I mean, he did it in 2 years. He's
hear
doing
you.
it now, and he's playing.
I
just as
keep
good
on
as
telling him.
they
I
are.
said you got to listen to the Ramones, and it's like he goes, well, not really.
Tremendous.
But it's just practice, practice, practice.
Yeah,
That's the main thing. You have to practice.
and you are right.
Yeah.
The biggest part about it, though, for,
Probably 3 days a week.
That's good.
Because the band gets together, and he and I, we usually play one night a week. Like last night, we played a little bit. But
I mean, you sound really good with that Sears Silvertone equipment you have.
Yeah. You insult me.
I do have a Dan Electro guitar.
yeah, there you go, there you go.
The guy plays a Rickenbacker. It's like,
Yeah, I have two Rickenbackers.
jeez,
A 330 and a 325.
man. Nice amp too.
And the 325 has a name. His name is Little Ricky.
Little Ricky.
Yeah.
What I think is amazing though for this guy is it's like you run into so many guys that say like I wish I could play or I want to learn how to play, and it's like it's too late. It's never really ever too late to get into
it's not
music
too late.
and to get into it and to play it, and watching him like get into it over the past 2 years. It's like from that I asked him once. I said, "Did you ever imagine yourself ever being in a rock band or that you'd be playing?" And he's like, "Absolutely not." But then now he is. Which
It's incredible.
it's fun.
It really is. When he said 2 years, though, I was.
There you
I
go.
thought, okay, the guy's being real smart with me. 2 years. You know?
Well, how long have you been playing, Todd? How long have you played drums?
Oh, I've been a while.
Well, excuse me. Hey, how are you? I got my first kit when I was 10, and I got my first guitar when I was 13, and I always liked piano, and I just played where I could play. I played the records first.
So, how many
'cause-
years have you been playing drums, though?
Well, I'm
30?
I'm 94 now. I started when I was
13.
about 7.
I don't know. I
About
don't know
5
if you
years.
did your math.
It sounds like an
You're laughing at
IRS.
Todd.
No, a long time since I was about 8. So what is that? 43 years.
There you go.
It's a long time.
And what kind of drums did you start with? First kit. What
First kit
brand?
was a Ludwig, just like Ringo's.
Really? Oh, man.
Just like
What, the
Ringo's.
Oyster.
The Blue Oyster. Had the cymbal stand that came out of the kick drum.
Yeah. Yep. I remember it came out the side.
That was funny.
Or they had different ones that came out on an angle or straight. That's awesome, man.
Then I bought a Premier, like
Yeah.
Ian Pace, right, or Pacey. Ian Pacey from Deep Purple.
Yeah. Premier was Keith Moon also.
Also, yeah.
Yep.
And now I bought a
were
Pearl
great
when
to
I was
destroy,
18,
weren't
and I
they?
still have the Pearls.
Yeah, Pearl's
And
good drum.
he made a Ludwig available to me. Sorry about that. No, the Roland kit. And I
Would you
like
see who that
I
is?
know, that's my stupid phone. Sorry. I thought I had it turned off. Sorry, folks.
Oh, he's going to get penalized for that.
Yes, I
Really?
He's gonna get
No, but
Todd, it might be a potential girlfriend. You better answer that.
they're watching now. It's out of the question
That's what
anymore.
it is. Oh.
All right.
Love
I'm
is
sorry.
in the air.
Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I thought I
Silent?
did that. Yes, I can do that.
I'm usually
It's a
the one
booty
that-
call.
They're always yelling at me. Will, your phone.
Yours beeps.
We're not
or
going to break.
Yours blinks. Yours
Mine's
blinks.
like
I'm
Sonar.
fighting with my engineer right now, but you know I'm going to win.
Of course.
You own the place.
Oh, so go ahead. I'm talking to the drummer right
Yeah,
now,
sorry.
so I'm sorry. We got to.
and this is important stuff.
This is
Yes,
it
it
is.
Really?
I want to know.
No, okay, so I've been playing since I was 8, drums, guitar since I was about 11 or 13, whatever it was, and I love them all. I love playing piano. I played a lot of bands in Connecticut with Ralph, the bass player. I've known him since.
Wow.
In fact, we met for my youngest sister Jackie's Jack and Jill party. We hooked up in '85 and did the gig in '86.
So you both Connecticut, and you're both down here in the same place.
Yeah, yeah.
Was
Small
that,
world.
Was that planned?
No, was not planned.
No?
No, when he moved to Florida, I said good riddance, and I said I'd never come down there. But then I came down here.
From Connecticut.
From Connecticut, yeah.
Well,
Quit
it was
it.
after that. You were running away from the police or something, weren't you?
Well, somebody took photos of me, didn't give me the negatives. I needed my green card.
Okay, wait, don't give too much information.
Okay. Anyways, and then all right. So I mean, Ralph and I had some good rocking bands in Connecticut. JR's Bad Boys, Whetstone, and then I moved to Florida. We put an ad out. Pat answered it. We formed the Creedles, and the rest is history from there.
For
So
us.
you've been.
Oh, plus I got to play with Bob Lambert for a little while in his
Right,
Invisible Link
right.
That's right.
for a little while.
6 years, 7 years.
Something like that, yeah.
It's the connections. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
like Bob Lambert and then Eric from Rock Candy last night.
from
It's-
Rock Candy.
and you from Gatsby's. We're going to talk. We're going to talk
I ran. Yeah. Okay.
because I think you might have seen us play.
What was the name of the band again?
We were the Creedles at the time, but
Oh,
we were three. It
Yeah.
was just us three.
Well, we used to have Delgado,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, we remember that.
Solar Eclipse.
Okay, yeah, they were the reggae
Reggae.
thing. They
Yeah.
were the reggae thing.
I mean, there was all these bands that would play
I've got-
dockside,
hey.
but now you're starting to ring a bell.
I used to record everything back then, and so and I've got a recording from Gatsby's of the three of us,
God.
and it's really pretty good. I really kind of like that recording. It was like,
Well, we're never stuck. We were just our own worst critics all the time. It's like, oh my God, what did you do? What was that?
We
And
would
somebody
play
else would go,
anywhere. We would
I didn't hear anything wrong
yeah.
with that.
We would play anywhere for anything at any time. You know, that was our thing.
Except
back
probably
then.
run cross paths.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I have.
Oh no.
It's amazing.
We'll discuss this.
It is amazing.
That's the connections. It's like just
Oh man.
especially this is not the biggest area in the world, so I mean, and there aren't that many clubs or whatever, so you do
But
run
there's
into
a
people.
hell of a lot of musicians here.
Lots.
There is more in the, they're hiding in the woodwork here.
Yeah. There.
The drummer from Paul McCartney lives. One of the drummers, Cecilberg.
What's his name?
Cecilberg
Is he the Samoan
from
guy?
the Wings. From Wings.
Okay.
Oh, from
What-
Wings.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Patrick from Three Dog Night. I mean, there's more. Bobby Dahl lives.
You know who I'm
right
really-
around the corner.
I'm really upset that Foghat, Lonesome Dave. Lonesome Dave, before he died, lived around here. And I admired that guy. I used to go see him. The guy was a singer. Foghat, I loved him.
They're coming here and they're laying low. They're retiring, or they're close to retiring, or they're just laying low for 10 years, like some of us did.
They take some
15.
time off.
Right,
some
but they're
time off.
here.
Yeah.
Believe
They're
it
around
or
here.
not, they're here. It's amazing what you
So how do we ferret them out?
Well, they stop by, or they come by and they want to say hi, or somebody tells, hey, I'm going, what? Who?
Hey, Bob Seger, rock and roll never forgets.
That's right.
It doesn't. And we got to remember that.
So you found Patrick. You found Patrick.
Yeah, Ralph and I did.
Right. So the bass player and drummer, boom. Right?
Yeah, because I had moved to Florida, and we were just like, well, we got to get a band going, so we stuck an ad in that East Coast Pond or something.
I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, and so he
What?
shows up, and all of a
God.
sudden it's like he starts
remember
playing
that.
these Rod Stewart tunes, and he like knows every Beatle tune. He's got this old, it's like a Gretsch that's painted with garage door paint or garage floor paint.
It's a guild.
Oh, the guild.
And I changed the color on that thing
Yeah.
every couple of weeks.
But anyway, so he's sitting there, and he's to me, he reminded me of John Lennon at that time. The way he's just punching the guitar on the rhythm,
Oh, hey, I'm
singing
digging
like
this.
a freaking maniac, and I'm just going, oh my God, here it is. and all of a sudden the original started flowing shortly after.
Yeah.
And
Didn't take long.
Incredible.
Didn't take
no,
long.
it didn't take long at all.
Now you guys have original music.
Yeah, we prefer all original. music.
But we're kind of like we're a closet cover band.
Yeah.
We do love our covers. We do
Yeah.
love. There's
Okay.
certain covers
Everybody
we
loves
love.
some covers.
Everybody's got their covers they love.
50-50?
No.
No.
It could be.
30-70.
The thing is, it could be as many as we want.
I mean, how many originals?
Oh, we could do 4 or 5 hours.
We've
of
got over
originals,
60. Well, yeah, we got. But
That's what I'm trying.
oh,
I'm trying to
We have a
pull.
lot of originals. All in the can, pretty much, too. Most of it.
the thing, like I said,
Excellent.
we'll sit down at the practice and it'll be like, okay, pick a song, pick a song, pick a song, pick a song. And
Just around
there
the
are certain
circle,
covers.
everybody takes a turn.
I like obscure covers. I like covers that nobody knows how great this song was, and it never
who
made
did
it,
it.
or who did it, and it never got into people's consciousness, and it should, which is I think is how really how music got to where it got to. I mean, the Beatles were playing Chuck Berry, and I was like 8, 9 years old, and going like,
Carl Perkins.
"This is great stuff," roll over Beethoven. Until I found out, wait a minute,
Chuck
it's a
Berry's been out
cover.
since the 50s.
It's a
yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
But then it turned me on to Chuck Berry, which turned me on to the Stones, which turned me on to the Who.
Well, how
Sure.
many
Little
songs did
Richard
bands
and-
like In Excess did, or all these bands from all those good songs on those CDs that you never even heard
Right.
Sure.
Or but that you've heard.
that are good?
That you listen to,
Yeah.
but that aren't really common knowledge, which makes it more fun because people think that some of these might even be originals. They think, "Oh, I've never heard that song before. It's so good," and it's like, "Well, that's an ancient Fleetwood Mac song
That's
before,
right, exactly.
before,
Soundwave.
before Stevie Nicks and before way in the early
That's-
days when they were a
that's
blues
good.
band.
That's good.
And boy, did they have some tunes, but
Yep.
who's going to listen to that stuff? Me."
A lot of people.
But they don't realize when they hear it. It's like, boy, is this a good song? But so I like to think that we're doing that kind of service for cover material.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right, before I get my ear chewed up and
Oh.
it's bleeding now. I mean, he's called me every nasty name in the book. In my ear.
Oh wow.
Don't go away. Watch the video right now of Go Foot. It's a good song, and my engineers tell me.
Oh yeah. This is it. This is what we're talking
Watch
about.
this video. We're going to be right back with the other two members
This is a cover.
of the band.
I think I pretty much
Watch
said
the
that
video,
right.
please. This will give.
Tell me all the things you do. Tell me all the things you do. I don't wanna go, no, I don't wanna know. I wanna tell you all the things I do. I wanna tell you all the things I do. Ooh. You don't wanna know. You wanna tell me all the things you do. No, I don't wanna know. No, I don't wanna know. You wanna tell me? You wanna tell me? You wanna tell me? You wanna tell me?
We're up. We're back. Go for it. What you think of that video? I hope you like the video. We got 2 more of those coming up on the show. Go foot. Put that in your head. Go foot.
Go foot.
Okay? You're going to be hearing a lot about them. We're
Cool.
back.
We're back.
Patrick. Ralph. Bass
Ralph.
player. Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Harp player with the band. 2 more of the members. They are a 5-piece band. And we're going to go ahead and get going with these 2 gentlemen right here, these musicians. Now, I know they've been playing a little bit more than 2 years. I know Ralph has been playing more than 2 years.
Yes.
How long have you been playing, Ralph?
I'm just trying to add it all up in my head. I think it's 50 years. If I started when I was 12, it's
See, he started when he was 12. That's great.
a little over 50 years.
Yeah. I started when I was 11, so 12 is just right there.
And then
Damn.
somehow when I started getting into bands later on, I started the bass. That was just before the Creedles, a band that Pat and I were in, and Todd, is when I started playing. I hadn't even started playing it hardly at all then, the bass.
Right, what were you playing?
So I just played acoustic, for fun, and
you weren't in a band?
I was in band. I was in a little band in high school.
Yeah.
And but there was a long period of time where I wasn't in a band.
Right.
So. But
Oh, you took
I always loved.
took more than 13 years. Okay, there's another. I know how that is.
I always loved music, though. I was always into it.
So you kicked in with the bass just before the Creedles.
Yes.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I learned things.
Yeah.
To me, you were like always the eternal bass player. Always, you were always playing bass.
See, he didn't know that. You just picking up.
Well,
the
but
bass.
look at when we goof around at the house or something, you pull up a guitar and we'd start doing like, some Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Weirdly, but we would do it, or we would just play songs. Okay, and you'd always pull up the acoustic.
Yep.
That was fine. But as far as bass, I always associated you with bass.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you and Todd answered the ad.
No, I answered I answered their ad.
Oh, they were putting an ad in for a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 95, 96. I moved down here in 91. And East Coast Music, up on A1A up in Cape Canaveral.
Gone.
You guys had an ad up there.
Yeah, unfortunately,
And,
it's gone.
and it was like, they're in the area. Hallelujah. So, and came to your house. And
That's amazing they're in the area.
yeah.
And we hit it off right
We
away.
all hit it off right away.
Damn.
And we just started playing. But the thing is, what was cool is I remember I came up with goofy tunes, songs that like were not pretty much mainstream covers, I think the first one I played was Ichiku Park by the Small Faces.
I remember that.
A great song.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're playing this song? It's like, okay, that's great. What else you got? What else you got?
And even now we
What else
got
we got?
funny songs like that we necessarily didn't like in the old days, but now all of a sudden
You
it's
hear
a
it
fun
30
thing.
30 years later, you hear it.
What?
We got a video one coming up next break
Oh, cool. Of
what?
a video coming up.
of a funny song.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I like funny.
Yep.
I like funny stuff. So, yeah, okay.
Keen? Shut up. I love you, buddy.
So our thing back then was to come up with cover tunes that were not in the mainstream.
So you answered their ad.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned the music store. Of course, you know they just.
Oh, they bellied up a long time. I think Jerry was the guy that
Oh,
was.
actually, they didn't. They were just recently. Actually,
Really?
From what I understand, it was recent.
Well, I took some time off. Okay, remember?
Yeah.
Some time off.
I think it was last year.
All right.
That's pretty good. Now, Connecticut comes to Melbourne or where you're in Melbourne, right?
No, he's
Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Beach. Ooh.
Yeah.
I love Cocoa Beach. And so you come down from Connecticut. You're coming down from Chicago. Wow. And let me ask, anyways.
Oh, he's
Jimmy.
Oh,
the
Jimmy!
same general
It's Jimmy's
area.
turn. Yeah.
As Pat is, the greater Chicago area. I'm actually Indiana state line, but I'm 30 miles from the city. Corn country.
That's amazing.
I'll give you just a little background on Jimmy.
I mean, think
We got to
about it.
when we hadn't seen each other for a while, 12, 13 years. Run into Ralph up at
Grills.
up at Grills, and it was like we were looking at each other like, "Hey, it's good to see you." And he says, "Hey, we're still kind of jamming a little bit. Why don't you come on by?" So I did. So it's like, and Jimmy was there. Jimmy he would come by every Saturday just to play, and then all of a sudden it just turned into. I mean, of course, all of a sudden it's back. We're starting to play again, and then I've never played with a harmonica player before, so and it was always kind of like, Jimmy, just do your thing. Just do your thing, whatever it is, just do it. And then he would just play, so he got to know the tunes and got to play along, and then all of a sudden it was a part of the band thing. Yeah. So it was, that was our background. But beyond that, the rest of the story is yours, my friend.
Yeah, well, actually, the
How many
way.
years you've been playing?
Oh, I've been playing like over 20 years.
Okay.
And I really started, back early 80s. Steve Miller, which is a local legend on the blues. I had just gotten this guitar in some kind of deal. It was a good deal. It was free.
it a Sears
It was
guitar?
a 1959
Sears.
Harmony H60.
Yes, Sears, I was
which
right,
is
Harmony.
like a
That's it?
guitar that
90%.
Jimmy Page has one. That's,
Yeah.
they're well known.
Oh, yeah.
And anyway, Steve started coming over to my buddy's house, who was a harp player, Harpin' Willie, I call him. And Ralph knew him. And that's how I got hooked up with Ralph. I was like kind of hanging with Steve and this Harpin' Willie guy. And the next thing they were like, oh, you got to hook up with this guy. Ralph, he jams a lot. He has these jams. And, so I started going to some jams with Ralph and things. But really, it still was all grassroots, Brevard area. I never really played harp when I was up in Chicago or anything, although, of course, I have the influences from those guys.
What did you play? Did you play guitar?
I played guitar, actually, right around the same time I started playing harp. But that was just something to have as a background thing.
Why did you pick up a harp?
Because it was more fun. I don't know how to explain it. It's more fun to me to play the harp than to play a guitar. Because I guess half of it's the challenge of how many people really do it anymore nowadays.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of harp players out there. I didn't know it until I met Michael Baugh, B-A-U-G-H. Now, he's a harp player. And I didn't, as much as I've been in, the recording studio here, I didn't pay much attention to harp players until he came along and then opened my eyes to magazines and stuff that harp players are around the country. They even have festivals.
They have a big
Harp
one in Texas.
Ooh,
I
there's
know
some
that.
mean,
Spa, I believe
there's
it is.
some mean harp players in this country. And it's another instrument that I'm going. I never really.
But I think Blues Traveler really upped it a notch.
Oh, well.
I mean, Jimi Hendrix did. I mean, come on. I mean, he took that harmonica and was like, whoa!
Yeah.
He did things with that thing that nobody thought anybody could do. And then, of course, he lost about 200 pounds, and then nobody cared about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, to me, he was similar to the guy who's really, to me, was my favorite harp player of all time, probably, is the guy from Jay Giles.
Right.
Magic.
Jeez. Oh, yeah.
He was Blues Traveler 20 years before
Right.
Blues
That's
Traveler.
who
And the cool thing is he's still
everybody
doing it. He's still
Oh, yeah,
doing it.
he could still play.
They see pictures of me with my hair, which was out to here. I let it grow for 10 years. You wouldn't believe. I'll send you a picture. And they said, "Man, you look like Magic Dick." You know, everybody I see. But he was a hell of a. I mean, great.
Besides being a great harmonica player, great name, though. He had a great name.
Yeah, can't beat that one, that's for sure.
We all want to be that Magic Dick.
I mean, I'd have that tattooed on my forehead.
All right, that's pretty good, though. I mean, it's amazing how you guys all, you're right here in Bavard. That's a long history, though. I mean, they're all except for Don, a couple of years, but you've known him.
Mm-hmm.
You all have, the four of you's got quite a history behind you.
Yeah.
And Don was just loved the music, but just picked it up, and he looks like he's been playing as long as the rest of the guys.
Which is really kind of blows me away when you think that if you're really into something and you start to fall in love with it, it just comes natural. I hate to bring up Don again, but it's like he gets into he's listening to, when he listens to the bands, he wants to find out what their equipment is, what guitars they played, and then he'll go out and listen and play those and play that amp and stuff. And my God, if he doesn't, it's like, yeah, it is. It's that sound. You got that sound by following it through and finding out what the equipment was, what the whatever. So I mean, and it's a fun journey for him, but it's a fun journey to watch him be so new at it. It's like his excitement with it gets me going.
His pose with his guitar, where he stands when you're set up.
Oh yeah.
His pose with your pose, which is, I see some AC/DC in there. Okay.
You know what I see?
I do.
I see a little Brian Jones in him, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. And then I see you with the way he holds his bass and the way he plays, and then the harp player. I always get it. I like the harp player because he's looking at everybody else and he's going, "Okay,
Jimmy,
this is what I need."
Jimmy's amazing because it's like Jimmy's like the one guy in the band where he's like, "Let him go,
Yeah.
just let him go." It's like It's like sometimes he'll be playing to exhaustion. He will, and it's like I'm always telling him, "Timing, Jimmy, timing." It's like, and it doesn't matter to him. He's in the mood. He's in the moment,
Yep.
and all of a sudden he'll be like. And then it's like, okay, we'll play a couple songs without you, but it's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
But it's like it's the live thing. It is the live thing.
It's a good performance to watch you guys.
Yeah.
It's a great, because it's five guys except for Todd stuck behind the drums, but then he's tall and he stands out a little bit behind the drums.
Todd stands out a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, when you watch the group, you see individuals all together. And it's incredible sound coming from the five guys.
Well, Todd's got that normal drummer guy thing. He's got that. It's like, I'm behind the drums and like nobody cares. It's like,
see, Jimmy will stand off to the side, like the bass player Entwistle with the Who, and he'd get as far the hell away as he could from Peter, Townsend, smashing everything. He'd be way the hell over there, and he's watching.
Watching out for shrapnel. Yeah.
It's a great mixture right here. I have to say this because when I get excited about a band, I gotta say it, And these guys are one that I really enjoy. I can't wait till you guys get out.
Can I tell you something? And I'm glad you're saying that, but it's like
got a gig.
We're doing our recording here,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be happier. It's like it's coming off. It's quick. It's easy, and the bottom line, it's inexpensive. Okay, it's like, but every band,
music, man.
but anybody who's a musician has to get in the studio eventually. You've got to really hear yourself and listen to yourself under a microscope. And when you do that, you become a better musician.
True. That is very true. But you can't come in like you are prepared.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You have to be prepared.
Okay.
Always have to be prepared.
When you got in there and we started doing the vocals, well, the drums.
We were prepared.
Bam,
We're prepared.
boom, boom, bam. I mean, the drums. Todd, that was incredible. When he told me later, oh yeah, the drums are all set. I went, wow. See, I know there's a drummer with experience.
Right, exactly.
But like yourself too, when you get in there and you do the vocals.
I don't want to waste anybody's time. Come on.
Yeah, it's like.
And the last thing you want to do is bore the engineer.
We're out
I don't want to bore the engineer because if he falls asleep, man, I'm dead.
No, I had an engineer who used to fall asleep. Well, he's gone, long gone. You'd have to hear Patrick in there because when you hear the vocals, you go, "Give me a break." You know the song. You know
I'm ready.
You're ready.
I'm ready.
It's fantastic.
I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah. Well, all the vocals in 2 hours. It's incredible. I like that's the way. Well, you need that's the way to come in the studio.
That's the way to do it. Right.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. You can't come in here.
Hey, look, I love doing this. This is my passion. This is my passion, my job. But it's also I want to be a professional. I want to be professional about this, and you have to do a certain amount of preparation for everything.
We showed up for the Rocktism.
Oh, that was.
And
we had no idea.
Well,
we came here. We had no idea about this place. We never met you. We didn't know anything.
Patrick's outside,
Walk right
and
in.
he's
Sit right down.
pretty much spiffed up, and he's ready. He's waiting for his turn to come onto the stage, and I see him outside. And I said, "This guy's ready." I took one look at him, and he was standing by himself out in front of the studio on the sidewalk. One guy standing out there and going, "Okay, he must be with GoFoot." And of course, Bob did say that. And I said, "Boy, look at him. He is definitely." You were ready.
I was ready. I'm
He
ready.
was ready to go. The whole band was ready to go.
I'm ready.
You guys were wound.
We're ready.
Wound.
We're ready.
Okay, Ralph, bass player, right here, GoFoot, and we've got Jimmy, the harp player, GoFoot. We're going to watch another video right now. Peanut butter pie.
Ooh, yeah, this is my favorite. Ooh, good.
Don't go get that popcorn right now.
Good.
You should have got the beer while we were talking because I watched the video, okay? Because you got to watch the video. It's all about the band.
It's amazing.
The songs are all about the band. It's amazing. We'll be right back
amazing.
with the whole band on stage.
Cool.
For the last segment. Don't go away. Watch the video.
Okay, this is my favorite song. I hope you like it. Take some peanut butter, put it in a pie, stick it in the oven. You got peanut butter pie. piece of peanut butter pie. Ooh, good. Eat it till the day that I die. Peanut butter pie for the baby. Peanut butter pie for the dog. Peanut butter pie for grandma. Peanut butter pie till it's gone. Ooh, good. I want a piece of peanut butter pie. Ooh, good. Eat it till the day that I die. Eat it till the day that I die. Eat it till the day that I die. Eat it till the day that I die.
I'm back. They're back. They're back.
We're here.
Go Foot. Here's the band right here. Go Foot.
Looks like Billy Bob Thornton.
Patrick, tell the guys' names again for me.
This is Don,
Guitar,
Ralph, bass, Todd, Jimmy,
harp player,
and Will.
and Will,
Drummer.
tambourine player. for the
Honorary
band.
Gofoot.
Triangle.
Oh, hey, ooh, don't underestimate a
He's
good
at least a
triangle
little
player.
Yeah.
toe. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, I want to be a
Well,
part of
why
this
don't you be a
thing.
little toe on the Gofoot?
Percussionist.
All right, yeah, there you go. Hey,
No?
All of those
I have no
things.
problem with that.
Okay,
No
roadie.
problem.
I'll be the roadie.
That's
oh,
even better.
oh man, really?
Move my own stuff.
We're getting old.
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
yeah. I'll be the drum tech. Good. I like that.
That is cute, isn't it?
It is really.
All right, guys. Tell them what's going on with the band now. What are you doing? Tell them
Oh,
what,
okay.
what you got going on right now beside the recording. I mean, you got the
We
recording.
got the recording. We have been fortunate enough to have been asked to play for the Pride Fest this year
Wow.
in Wickham Park. It'll probably be approximately 2,000 people.
When is that?
This is August. No, this is May
26.
26th,
What?
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend. It's a Saturday, a Sunday.
A week from this Sunday.
A week from this Sunday. They asked us because they said they're looking for diversity.
All right.
And we're like, well, we can offer that. So I have no clue. I have no clue what to expect. We've been expecting the worst and the best, but we've been invited, so we're going to do it.
No, they're playing in the pavilion they have there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a lot of room on that.
It's a lot of room.
Big
No, it's
fat
not the
stage,
main
big fat
amphitheater.
PA.
It's at the south side of the parking lot at BCC.
It's the
And they have a building there.
yeah. It's the pavilion
But
there.
they have an amphitheater. In the
Oh, they
Wickham
have an
Park.
amphitheater in a park.
Yeah,
so
but the
that's-
amphitheater is no bigger than the other one. the
Yeah, it's a
pavilion.
concrete building facing north. The one that's in the park itself.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's
So you're playing there
yes.
at the one you said.
So we're looking forward to that.
We just made a trip to Indiana playing at his sister's wedding.
Yeah.
Which was unbelievable to believe. It's
Not the whole band.
The whole
yeah,
band.
whole band went. My sister said, "Spare
That
no
is
expense."
really cool.
Spare no expense. She wanted Gofoot at her
That
wedding.
is so cool.
The trouble was, we had a blast. We've never sounded better.
That is
It was in the ballroom. It was unreal.
And where was
20,000
it? Up in
square feet.
Indiana?
Up in
Bend.
South Bend, Indiana.
South Bend.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
You guys drive up there?
These two guys drove,
Yeah,
and they
down
did
in
not
Notre
kill each other.
We carried all the gear out.
Who drove?
All the
Who
gear.
drove?
These Todd and Don drove. We flew. We flew and rented the car.
We were the high class.
You get it? You get it?
You guys drove.
Got to do what you got to do to keep the wheels of rock and roll moving.
How long did it take you guys to get up there?
19 and a half.
Oh my God!
One way.
We
That's a
drove
drive.
straight through.
Don't tell me
coming
it was
back.
winter time.
No, this
No,
was
this
like a month ago.
1 month ago.
Oh, a month. Holy moly!
I
A
will
month
say
ago.
that his sister had the best Chicago pizza shipped into the wedding, and that made my day.
Really, I
haven't
hear
had
you.
Pizza like
They
that
they
in a
have
million
awesome
years.
pizza. They do have the best.
They do.
pizza.
They do.
I agree.
So I mean, so I realized that if necessary, this band could tour. If necessary, if we had to, we could actually tour. We could
Yeah, they
actually
were
tour.
making up
Someone else to
dances.
try.
As long as somebody else drives, I'll fly.
I'll drive. I'll drive kind of next one. I'll do it. No,
Really?
I mean, I wanted to drive for TC Ridge. You know
Oh,
TC
yes,
Ridge?
yes.
But my best buddy's a driver.
Next time
Paul.
we have a gig-
Paul-
Yeah, but
Paul-
they have those great big. They
He's
have those,
got this thing.
yeah, they got those things you can
filled my
live in.
parking- He filled my parking lot. That thing is so big. But I'll drive. I'll be the driver. I got a perfect driving license.
Baby, you can drive my
would
car. I
definitely-
love it.
Now that's the way you
I
want
love
to do
it.
it. Of course, no flying. We'll drive. Only
You guys drive, I'll fly.
A month ago. I can't believe that. I mean, we did the Rocktism on the 27th, so
Yeah, there's
About a week after
yeah.
we got back, 2 weeks after we got back. Yeah.
But
you're rolling.
well,
You're starting to roll.
we're starting to roll. We realize that we've got so much original material that like we can pull back a little bit.
Don't sit on it.
It's time. We really do. We want to play.
Yeah.
We want to play, and we're ready. And
You
we
know
are-
when you're ready.
Yeah,
You can
we do know we're ready.
There's nothing like having
Definitely.
people out on the dance floor when you're playing.
Really.
And that's usually what develops.
Yeah, you want to.
And we've got our own secret weapons. We've got our own
Yeah,
secret.
we've never learned.
We got our own secret dance weapons.
I mean, we even have people making up dances to some of the songs.
Really?
Alligator.
Yeah, we had some people doing the alligator. And,
From the, the thing with the Florida Gators.
Remember that?
yeah, really. Oh, yeah, it would. Yeah. So, but
No, we're talking. We got to get the Wickham Park thing. I mean, I want the people to know. I want them to know where they can. Soon.
I think it's
That's the
$5.
soonest thing.
I think it's $5 to get in.
What's it called again?
It's the Pride Fest. It's the LBG, whatever they call it nowadays. LBG.
Whatever.
Whatever. But anyway, it's all these different vendors, and they have a regular band, a marching band, a regular marching band with the whole shebang, and they'll be leading it off. And I think then there's a couple. I think we're going to be around 3 o'clock is when we're going to be playing. So
And what days
But
that
we
fall
don't
on?
know. It's on Sunday.
it's on a Sunday.
The singer from the Hitmen, he's going to be playing there too.
Yeah.
But we were absolutely floored that they asked us to do this, and it was like because they thought that we would show some diversity, whatever that's supposed to mean. It's something a little bit different.
Well,
They didn't want anybody who, you know what they were looking for? A family-friendly band, and I guess we are. I guess we're family-friendly.
I go with that.
But I'll swear if
We're not extra.
I'll do
We
some
have a
swear
song
words.
called "Keep It Clean."
really.
I can see all ages dancing to you.
Exactly. So they were looking for something. They had some other rock bands, but they said that they were just too controversial, or they didn't like their lyrics or whatever. And I'm thinking,
Well, there's a lot of that out there, yeah.
yeah.
And there's a lot of it out there that you have to hold your hands over your ears.
And I like them all. I like them all too. But it's like I like the fact that you're singled out because you do what you do. And we do this normally. This is just what we do.
Well, that's good. I'm not the only one. I mean, there's people watching you guys.
I guess.
Yeah. And I think the more that'll be another good push right there.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I think it'll be a
Yeah,
big
that
one.
should be good exposure. A lot of
I
people.
think, yeah.
I'll
They
have
said
to-
that the last year they had 2,000 people
You
there.
want me to come up take pictures? I'll
I
take
would
pictures.
love it.
I'll come up.
Oh,
take
I'd love you
pictures,
if you-
'cause I
I-
love taking pictures. So
God, I'm
nobody tonight took any pictures. I'm really sad about that.
Come on,
I
look at us.
I
We are
have-
like, you know, we're.
Hey, I'll call my
we're-
hair for
we're-
the
I'm
event.
doing
How's
a
that sound?
I'm doing a show tonight.
I'm looking at that. You know, you guys really are pretty.
It's a good group.
I've never noticed how good looking you
Oh,
all
aren't
are.
we vain?
I was looking at Ralph.
Look at him.
Well, we do call him the
thank
face
you.
man.
Oh, you know.
Little
Hey, look.
FaceTime with Ralph.
I hang around with these guys. I look at them. They're not, you know, they're
It's a good band.
We are what
they're a
we'll
good
be.
band, but you know,
Sure.
we'll never be a pretty boy band. We just won't.
Okay, what was the name of the Rolling Stones? What was the other name of the Rolling Stones back when they were clashing with the Beatles?
Tumbling Boulders?
No.
No.
There's two names for the Stones: the Rolling Stones
Bad
and the
Boys.
Rolling
I don't know.
Uglies.
Oh, the Rolling Uglies.
Oh, they were ugly though.
No,
they were
we
considered
had the
ugly.
Beatles.
Right.
Oh, the Beatles, which I love.
Do you remember looking at the
and then
film?
we had the Rolling Stones, and where I'm from, up in New England, and you guys are.
Well, do you remember seeing
Yeah,
them?
yeah.
That they would be on the television. Mick Jagger's wearing like a sweatshirt, and like they were not. They were definitely dressed down. The Beatles always had their suits and the
Nehru,
ties, and
the
the
Nehru,
Beatles were
and-
impeccable. The Stones would come out and they looked sloppy. They looked sloppy.
No, they're not.
That's the way that the public
But you know what?
identified them.
But I secretly liked them.
Yeah.
I liked them. It's like they're kind of sloppy. But
Well, how about the
oh.
Dave Clark Five? Didn't they all wear suits?
Yeah, they had the.
yeah.
Yeah, but the trouble is they wore white pants. White pants, your career is dead.
No, wait a minute. Now,
Also
Pat
was
Boone's
lead
was
singer
your white
drummer.
dude.
Dead.
Pat Boone, white pants.
You understand.
White bucks.
White.
You wore those white bucks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Good one, I like
Writing
that.
love
I do remember that.
He still has them.
Yeah, he's got a
In the sand.
Don't laugh, I do too.
He did that heavy metal album, remember?
Oh,
he
I
did.
love that
He did
album.
Exit. Sam. He did
Yeah,
Sandman.
He did Smoke on the Water. He did all kinds of crazy tunes. Panama. Only Women Bleed. Oh, no, Love Hurts.
Pit Boone.
Yeah.
Crazy
You ever
Train.
hear that album? The heavy metal one?
Yeah.
Of course, I played it a couple times. It's there, but I don't really pull it out much.
I think it's neat. I think it's neat. He played outside his comfort zone when he did that.
Yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
God, here we are doing an interview, and we're talking about Pat Boone.
I know.
Comfort zone. I'll go right back to Bing Crosby and David Bowie. I always go back.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
always go back to that. I can't help it. I mean, how can you? You'll never see a
Pum,
matchup
pum,
like that. You really won't. You know,
No, you
Ziggy
won't.
Stardust and
Somebody sat around puffing on the Magic Dragon and said, hey, we'll put Bing Crosby and David Bowie together. That sounds
And you want to know something? It's still pretty creepy to watch. If you've seen it lately, it is pretty creepy.
and they're still playing it.
And Bing Crosby is like looking like, yeah.
No, he's happy to be hit.
It's like, yeah. It's like,
He's
yeah.
happy to be hit, man. At the
But
Yeah,
that's
he
the
was,
thing.
he was thrilled. With,
yeah.
I gotta push it again. That date at Wickham Park. We
Yes.
gotta make sure that they hear this. And I will show up. And take
I would
pictures.
love. You know what? I'll make sure you're on the list. But make sure. Well, I'll say you're the photographer. You got to come in.
Yeah. I'll wear an ISW
May
shirt.
26th,
Exactly. That'll be even better.
2013.
May 26,
May 26th.
2017.
Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Wickham Park. No, is it at BCC or Wickham Park?
BCC. It's the BCC part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Near Post Road.
The pavilion. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right
Yes,
off of
yes.
Wickham Road. You park in the BCC parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think I know where that is. So
It's really
Yeah.
easy to get to.
church now.
We won't be able to miss it, really. We won't be able to miss it. There's going to be a lot going on.
Around 3 o'clock, and you'll confirm that?
I will
Because
confirm
I'll
it.
make a poster and put that up on Facebook.
Well, no matter what, the whole event is from 12 to 6.
Yeah.
So it's like,
We're not sure of our slot time yet.
I have asked for the middle slot. I wanted to be right in the
I don't think
middle.
you're going to get it. But we got 45 minutes to play.
You got one set to play.
Yeah, we got to say something.
Oh, that's killer.
It's going to be color.
And
It's gonna be-
we got to get that on Facebook.
we're going to blow them away. We are going to blow them away.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna
We got to reach. I got to bring
That's
the
the
bus
thing
up.
that-
I'm dead serious. I got
I
to bring
say
the bus
live music's our forte.
Exactly.
We like to feel the.
Well, the only thing
crowd
the only thing I'm looking forward to
Like
is our opening act is going to be a drag queen. And that has never happened before in my lifetime. I don't know about you guys, but but I think that would be really kind of interesting.
You never forget your first time.
Never forget your first drag queen.
I
Is
want
that-
video.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know where we at, Keen. We doing good?
How we doing?
We're out of time, man.
And I was having
You were
so
so
much.
engaging.
I I was
We
having
had-
so much fun.
I know.
Great, this is a great group right here. If you people out there, and I know there's going to be, I already know there'll be thousands of people watching this. The name of the band is Go Foot. They are a Brevard band, and the genre of music that they play,
Go. Swamp pop. Swamp pop.
No.
Country rock.
No,
What?
jangle and twang.
Jangle and
Jangle and
twang. Country pop, rock, jazz,
you got to hear
classic.
them.
Either way, it's original. You'll
Okay,
dance.
Okay.
I tell you what,
We're very absorbable.
this is what I'm going to do. I'm so positive with their sound, and because I've heard them, that if you go see them at Wickham Park on the 26th
Yes.
Of May.
of May 2013, if your foot, I'm going to be there, if your foot doesn't move and you don't start dancing, I'll give you some free recording studio.
There you go.
I'm telling you.
Or hey,
I'll
or
kick you.
I'm not kidding. This
Or-
is a challenge. You go and see them on the 26th at around 3. It'll be on Facebook what time I'll find the slot that they're playing. And if you go and see them, and I'll be there, if you don't start dancing and your foot doesn't start moving while they're playing,
Go for it.
I will give you some recording time free. You heard it right here.
yes.
There it is.
Oh,
Drum roll.
Paddles. Clear.
Okay. That's it. Go Foot. Right here. This is the band.
Did you mention our website?
Oh, we do
Todd.
have a website.
www.gofoot.com.
Cool
Band.
website. You
Go
got
Foot
to
Band.
GoFootBand. Yeah, you got to check it
You
out.
go
It's
to
great.
Yahoo and search Go Foot Band.
Go Foot,
Oh,
yeah.
it'll come up. Yeah, I found that out. It's
Which is really cool. It's because it's like you put Go Foot in there and it goes right to it because there's nothing else is Go Foot.
Foot.
So
Yeah, I mean, what do you got?
who designed the site?
this is
Mr.
Don.
Don.
This is Don.
Nice job.
Beautiful job,
Yeah,
too.
Nice job. I like that.
We have.
I might
tons
talk to
of-
you too.
Tons of music.
Great
on our
job.
site.
Really? No, really
Oh,
good
I
job.
liked it. It was
Oh, yeah.
very unique and it fits the band really good.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right, Go Foot. Watch the show in about maybe, let's see, it's 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock it'll be out for 24/7 on demand view all the time. I'll be posting more about Go Foot. I'll post the poster about them playing at Wickham Park on the 26th, and I'll put that challenge out to you about going there and seeing if you don't dance and get your
Oh,
foot
man,
going,
they're-
okay? Go Foot Band, right here. Watch them after 10 if you missed the live show. ISWTVstudio.com.
Yes!
For watching
Yes!
the show. Inside the Soundwave.
ISW!
Go Foot.
ISW.
All right. Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Cock on with your cock on.